This tutorial looks at how to create and deploy vending machines to sell your virtual goods in the Space Virtual World platform. To do this tutorial, you need to have installed the Unity plugin. You need to have registered your account at the curator.sine.space website, and you need to have installed the Space Editor Pack to your Unity project. And when you've done that, you should see the Space menu item in the top bar in the Unity editor. So I've got two different types of vending machines that I'm going to showcase here. One is for vending a specific product, and it will actually preview and showcase that product when a user clicks on it. And the other is for vending a collection, so it will allow you to put a set of items, all of which you have uploaded under the same brand identity. So I'm going to start with the product vendor first, and you can see here that I've got an object with a number of components attached to it in the inspector here on the right hand side. And these components mean that the vending machine will spring up in front of the user with an animation when they walk up to it. So I'm going to just show you how that works now. So here you can see I am press play in the editor, and as I walk up to this item, it pings up and it highlights the object that it's selling. So obviously you can pull these apart and take the components that we've got in here, animation controllers and these text fields here, which relate to canvases, which are a type of a way of doing text in World in Unity. And you can pull those apart and create your own vending machines, or you can take the very specific actual vending script, which is this inventory vendor here, or in the case of the branded one here, it's the catalog vendor here, and you can attach that script to anything in your scene, whether it's a non-player character or just an object, and it will become clickable, and users will be able to open it up and purchase from it. And in fact, if you watch our non-player character NPC tutorial, the basic NPC tutorial, you'll see there I attach the single product vendor to the NPC in that. But here I'm just going to look at the prefabs that you'll have in your Unity project, which you can deploy if the aesthetic meets your requirements without having to do any scripting or modify anything at all. So the single product vendor I'm going to use to sell a car, which is already I've uploaded to the server. And so you can see here, I've actually got a collection of cars here, 70s muscle car, blue Lamborghini, so on and so forth. And they've all been submitted already. Here you can see that we've got a brand here, and you'll notice this brand exists on all virtual goods items. There is a brand, and here I've Sine Entertainment Motors, and all of these products are attached to that brand, which means that they'll all appear if I apply that brand to a vending machine. I'm going to start off with this muscle car. Again, you can see it has been submitted. It's already been sent to the servers as a virtual good, and that's why I've got an ID for it here, and the ID is 20338. So I'm going to take that ID, and I've already done it. I'm going to type it in here, 20338, and now all I need to do is attach a preview object, and that vending machine is ready to run. So the preview object is going to be a version of this car that I leave in the scene where the vending machine is going to be deployed. Now I'm not going to use the same version that I've actually submitted, because as well as having these virtual goods scripts attached to it, this also has a rigid body and physics and so on and so forth attached to it. So instead, I've got a different copy, which is just here for preview. If I drag this out, you can see the car, and this version has nothing except the actual mesh and the materials. There's no scripts attached to it. I've got the mesh, I've got the materials, but that's all it comprises of. So I'm going to leave this in the scene, and I'm going to move it to somewhere where no one will find it, which will be 0 -200, 0. If I then hover over the scene window in Unity and press F, I can see it's here miles away from the scene. No one's going to discover it there. If I come back to my vending machine now, I can now drag this 70s muscle car for preview into this preview object window here. And now, when I click play, you can see I can walk up to this item. Because I've got the ID in there, it's pulled the price in silver, the price in gold, and the name of the product from the store database. So I don't need to enter any of that manually, and I can click to preview, and here you can see I've got the version that's in the scene available to show off the product to anyone who wants to look at it. So that's all you need to do to set up a single product vending machine. And the brand vendor is equally simple. Again, you can see all I've done is enter the name of the brand here into the brand catalog vendor script. Again, you can attach that script to any object you want, and I can come here and you can see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 items here that are all under this SWE Motors brand. And they've all been submitted already. They've all got IDs, so they're all in the store. And this one won't be previewing, it's just showing the collection. It's not previewing an individual item, so I don't need to have versions in the scene for this one to work. But I do need to set the category correct. So this needs to be set to vehicles, and then I've got some tagline text which will appear underneath the brand name. So I press play. You can see here we've got the name, SWE Motors, here we've got Deals on Wheels, and here we can see all of the products appearing in the machine that are attached to, that are assigned to that SWE Motors brand. So that's really all I need to do. I can place them anywhere I want, obviously, in my scene. And then when I export my scene, which if you looked at the region upload tutorials, you'll know it's relatively straightforward. This one's called Sunny Beach. I just click to submit it with the vending machines in their positions, and then I can log in and automatically see them working in the live servers as well. Okay, one last thing to point out is that if you change the content in that brand, so if you submit that vending machine to a region and then subsequently you add further products to the brand, those will all be updated. So it's a dynamic object and it will pull live from the database whatever products you have assigned to that brand. And obviously, as you're uploading different collections of virtual goods, you can have as many different brands as you want. And this is a way to organize in your own region, presenting them to your audience without, as I say, having to do any scripting or any complex arrangement of objects. I hope that's a useful tutorial. That's how to deploy vending machines in the space virtual world.